to COABE's Meet the Author series featuring COABE journal authors. My name is Regina Soot, and I serve as COABE President-elect and Public Policy Chair. I'm really excited today to hear from two of our journal authors from the current issue, Lessons from the Pandemic. I'm going to let MacKenzie and Karensa introduce themselves now.
Hi, I'm Karensa Wright. I'm an assistant principal at Palm Beach Gardens High School, and I run the adult and community education program that has ABE, GED, and ESOL classes.
And my name is MacKenzie Shiau. I am an ESOL coordinator by day and by night. I also work at Palm Beach Gardens High School, and I work mostly with the ESOL, but I do help out with GED as well.
Great. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us today. So first thing I want to know is, can you tell us why you wrote this article for the COABE Journal?
I'm going to let MacKenzie go first.
All right. So we're both very much into professional development and collaboration. And we've been doing a lot of work within our own district, which is pretty large, but we wanted to think of ways to kind of get new ideas in. And we thought, what better way than opening up the field to a larger community? So we wanted to write, kind of reflect also as we wrote. And it was a very fun experience going back and forth on this. There's a lot of reflection as we were writing it, thinking about, well, what did this actually do and how did it help? So it not only was a way for us to share, but I feel like it was a way for us to grow personally and kind of think about what type of initiatives that we did start had the most impact and how we can improve upon those.
And I just want to piggyback off what MacKenzie said. First of all, this was her idea to write an article. And but when I looked at the results, and we're really proud of what our schools have done and how they've grown, I really wanted to share what we had done to a broader community so that other teachers and coordinators could really bring what we did to their communities.
Great, thank you. So next up, could you share with our listeners how adult education practitioners will benefit from reading your article, and then how that in turn will benefit our learners?
I think that the biggest thing from this whole experience has been that simple efforts implemented with consistency can be innovating. You don't have to do over the top, crazy, thousands of dollars or hours spent on an idea. The simplest things done with fidelity have the biggest impact because they build that sense of community. The students see that you do it weekly. They see that it's meaningful to you, so it becomes meaningful to them. And I think that that was really our biggest takeaway as we were working through this article together, is that it didn't matter what the initiative was, whether it was a really crazy cool idea or whether it was something small like connecting our curriculum to our celebration slides. It really, the fact that we're doing it every week is what the students got excited about. And that's what made them more committed, not only to our program, but to their own education.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I notice, because I'm here every night, is that there's continuity issues when you have multiple teachers teaching classes. So using the digital resources that we use through Google Drive and the Google Slides was able to connect the teachers overnight, and having a pacing guide that the teachers used and connected with the at-home practice really helped build the community so that the students didn't feel like they were in a different class on Miss Smith's nights than they were on Miss Wright's nights. And they just felt like that continuation, and that really helps build community. So I'm hoping that teachers, when they look at this, will see that just having those common practices where they share the materials across those days will really help the learners feel connected.
I love that message. Simple efforts can be innovative. I think a lot of people might think that innovation requires some big, huge shift or change in practice. And so I really like that. I like that message a lot. So besides what we've just discussed, what do you hope that readers will take away from the article?
I'm hoping that they're seeing the impact of the connections. Don't overthink it. What is your district providing and how can you leverage that for you? I started off in the classroom. I started 4 nights a week and that was great. And then it became a little too much. So I had a co-teacher and that's what Miss Wright was talking about. I would teach Monday, Tuesday. The other teacher would teach Wednesday, Thursday. And we realized that there were some funky things happening. Lessons were getting retaught, worksheets were being double used, not on purpose, but you know, I forgot to send an email, she forgot to send an email, and it kind of fell apart quickly. And we had this great idea. We're like, let's just make a pacing guide. These are your lessons, these are your materials. And we started out for our own class, and then we ended up making it a program wide. And it really did help make the connections through the curriculum being planned out, just as a suggestion so that you don't accidentally overstep or reteach things. And that helped the students because they saw like, oh, they're communicating. It's something new every night. This is meaningful for me. And then we were able to jazz it up with little things like Kahoots and games and contests and things like that. But back to the basics. Don't overwork it. Don't overthink it. Leverage what you have for free because that's the best.
I really want to agree with what MacKenzie said. I also want to add that sometimes with adult learners, there's a digital literacy issue because they don't have as much experience using the computer. So sometimes teachers will really stay away from the digital resources. And I want to encourage the readers to really embrace those. The Google Classrooms, the Google Slides, all of that really helped build community. And of course, with the additional support of the front office staff and all the support staff that went into helping the one-on-ones that we did, helping the community really reach out and become connected to our school through the digital resources. I hope that the teachers and the administrators will embrace all of those digital resources and make sure that they can use them with their adult learners.
Thanks so much for that, both of you. So do you have anything else that we've missed? Any additional comments? Anything that you want to share before we end our interviews today?
No, we just hope that teachers are, motivated to make a new step in the right direction and don't think you have to do something crazy. Something simple, try it out in your class. If it works, sharing is caring. That's how we got to where we were at. And then we've doubled our enrollment, double our learning gains. Like it really works, but don't be afraid to be that starter of something new, even if it's something you think is silly and simple, because I 100% thought it was super simple and obvious, and it wasn't. So it really did help make changes at our program, and we've seen great gains from it.
I also want to add that I hope that the readers will look at this, but also that they'll take the opportunity to write and to look at what they're doing in their programs and in their classrooms. I saw this as an opportunity to really analyze what was happening at our school, and it's amazing what I learned through the writing process. So I hope that this encourages some other people to sit down at a computer and analyze those results, see what they did that works, and write it down for COABE.
Great. Thanks so much, both of you, MacKenzie and Karensa, for writing the COABE Journal article and then sharing your perspectives with us today. You can find out more information about the journal, including this issue, as well as past ones at coabe.org, as well as watch Meet the Author interviews on the COABE HQ YouTube channel. Thanks so much for listening, everyone.